What's up, guys? It's your boy Ray back with another cool video. Let's jump straight into it. So, this is module 2. Today, I will be walking you through product market fit. So, when it comes to product market fit, the main thing is people don't even realize who they're marketing to at the end of the day. A lot of people complain, I wonder why people aren't buying my products, etc. Have you ever sat down and thought about who your audience is and who your customer is? Because at the end of the day, that's where I messed up. Any type of business you hop into, you have to know who you're selling to. You don't even know that, how are you going to market to them? How are you going to set up your online store or even your different marketing angles towards that customer? It's basically like going in blind. You don't want to market going in blind. You want to know who you're marketing to. So let's jump straight into the video. I got a Google Doc. It's going to be link in bio. It's absolutely free. I don't sell no course. Let's jump straight into the video. All right, cool. Let's get into it. So main thing is client avatar. This works with any type of business model you get into because in terms of what client avatar is, it's understanding who you're actually going to market to and who you're going to sell to. Because like I said at the beginning, if you don't even know who you're marketing to, how are you going to market? You're going to go in blind. You're not going to be able to sell whatever you're selling properly. So it's all about client avatar. It's all about conducting proper customer research and just identifying your low-hanging fruits and seeing where you can fix them. So getting straight into it, PMF, product market fit. It's crucial for the success or failure of your entire project. So what do I mean by that? Like I said again, who are you selling to? Are you going to go in blind and just, wing it and be like, it might work, it might not? Are you going to sit down and genuinely understand the customer, the audience you're selling to, etc.? Like, you have to make it make sense. So getting into it, client avatar. This is what I like to tell anyone I talk to, anyone who asks me for help. Sit down and genuinely grab a pen and paper, take notes. Take notes and do this at least 5 to 10 times in the next coming days. It'll help you market to them. It'll help you copyright properly to your audience when you actually sit down and run that. So getting into it, let's talk more about client avatar. So number one, right here, as you can see on the screen, hobbies. What does your client do in their free time? Where do they get their news? So getting into it, for example, let's say I run a clothing brand. What does my audience do in their free time? Let's use this as an example. So most of the time, a lot of people in the clothing brand niche, in terms of customers, are usually normal people that work 9 to 5. So think of it like this: they're just an average Joe, average person. Cool. What do they do in their free time? They probably go home, have their weekends off, get paid probably Fridays, chill, go on TikTok, talk to their friends, go out, go to the bar or whatever. Cool. Where do they get their news? So probably Instagram, TikTok, because I'd say in terms of clothing, depending on the type of niche you're in and the type of clothes you make, let's say it's more on the younger side, I would say probably 18 to 45, 18 to 48 is probably a good range of the people that actually purchase clothing mainly in terms of impulse buying. So where do they get their news? Probably TikTok and Instagram. Cool, write that down. Next, work and money. How much do they earn? So I would say average around 20 to maybe 70 to 80K a year. Probably that's what people make average. You can go on ChatGPT, ask it these questions too. It'll make your life easier, but I'm kind of winging it, right? So what are their work-life concerns? So sit down, think of it like this. They get paid maybe on Fridays or a certain time. So when it comes to it, they might not purchase on Mondays or the weekdays. They might just purchase on the weekend or maybe a Friday. Like I said, so these are the main things you have to sit down and write to make yourself more aware. Because when you're aware, you know who you're marketing to. If you're not even aware, how are you going to market to your audience? It makes no sense, right? So getting into it, next step, background and life story. What past experiences shaped them? This does get a little personal, so you're going to have to sit down and think more on that. But how do these experiences influence their current interests? So I mean, I would say a lot of people in the clothing niche want to look fly. They want to look like every other influencer, etc. Sit down, look at all the other influencers that are putting clothes on, look at the trends, and go based off of that. So influencers are probably going to influence their current interests or even a trending product. For example, in this day and age right now, jorts are hitting a lot. So a lot of brands are getting into jorts, even rhinestone pieces, etc. So you could make something like that. Now, cool. Family and relationships. So I would say, like I mentioned 9 to 5 before, so I would say probably if it's 18 to 48, it's mixed in terms of family and situation. So what do I mean by mixed? It's a mix of audience. So terms of that, it could be university students, it could be people, just the average person working their job who just wants to look fly, go to the club on the weekend, etc. So family situation wise, it's either single students or it's just, middle-aged people buying drink. Now, how might this affect their use of your product? I mean, it's gonna make them feel good. You sit down, you look at it, if you're looking fly, everybody around you gonna compliment you. Main thing in terms of why people buy clothes is not for the clothes, it's because of who's wearing them and how they're gonna look in the clothes. You know what I'm saying? So cool. Next, your product for them. How does your product solve their problems or improve their life? My bad, guys. I'm tired. So yeah, how does it solve their problem or improve their life? Think of it. So getting into it, like I said, probably making them look fly, getting compliments, going out, probably getting girls, etc. Don't matter. You have to really dive deep into this. I'm just doing a base explanation of what helped me. You have to really dive deep into this to educate yourself on it. Now, next thing, what triggers them to finally make a purchase? So think deeply. How's your offer on your product? Do you have a comparative price on it? Do you have a 50% going on? What do you have going on that's going to make them, be like, let me buy this product? How quick is your shipping? Are you missing out a couple of pointers in terms of when you ship the product, when they're going to receive it? There's things you have to look into when you market. For example, if your conversion rate is lower than the 1%, you're not doing the right stuff. You got to sit down and analyze your low-hanging fruits, find out what's stopping someone from making a purchase, and then implement the things that lead them to the actual purchase. So that's a little base understanding on step one. Now, step two, finding your niche. What makes you stand out in the market? Now, that's not a question for me. That's going to be a question for you. Sit down, think about it. What's going to make you stand out in the market compared to other people? If you're selling jorts, what makes your jorts better than someone else's? Now, where is your customer now and where do they want to be? So, for example, right now, if they're just sitting down, they got simple drip on like me. Ray's not too dripped out today, but they got simple clothes on. They want to kind of up their fashion. How do you convince them to do that? How can you help them get there? So think of it like this. You take aesthetic pictures for your product. Go to a nice place, make sure the product looks fly. Take some nice images. I'm not talking Android quality. Make sure it goes with the background. Everything looks good because aesthetic is everything. Now, in terms of aesthetic, I'll just show you guys after. I'm gonna show you guys another video. This is just like a little video where I explain PMF. Cool. Now, next step, competition. Who else is offering similar solutions and what makes you different from them? You genuinely have to sit down and do research and look at who else is in the market, what are they doing, and what makes you different from that person. So that's going to be all you. Now, client feedback. Why did they choose you? What specific feedback did they provide? So what I actually did for this, and if you guys want a video on this, let me know. I made a drop form for one of my clients. I made a drop form and I sent that out from PostScript, I believe. I sent that drop form to his customers asking certain questions and I gave it 20% off. Those questions allowed me to understand his audience, what they think, how they talk, how they react, what to fix on the website, etc. I pretty much crafted a whole drop form, sent it out, got the feedback, implemented whatever I needed to fix, and boom, conversion rate skyrocketed, he's double revenue. It's not that hard. You have to sit down, you have to really lock in and do this a couple times to even get a hang of it. It's not about getting it on the first try. It's about learning from your mistakes. You're going to mess up a couple times, but that's how you learn. Cool. So getting into it, mastering PMF means understanding your clients deeply, standing out from the competition, and consistently using this insight across all channels. So what do I mean by this? You sit down, you genuinely do this a couple times. The more you do it, the better it is. Repetition is key. Sit down, do it a couple times. It'll help you understand how to get to the next level, how to market to your actual customer, and how to just honestly evolve to the 7 figures, man. You want to hit 6 to 7 figures or even higher, that's how you evolve. Like, for example, today, we're going to be ending this video off in a minute, but I'm going to show you guys something crazy, okay? I'm going to go on the analytics right now, just so you guys see what I did. Let me just make my transform fit the screen. Cool. So I just made that bigger. Today, apply. We just did, how much is that? $33,000 in, I'd say 20, 30 minutes. 33K today for a brand. And it's just the knowledge we've learned. I have my whole team that helps brands. And honestly, we've just skill transferred to a lot of people. And has been working really well. So when it comes to it, it's all about the proven systems you build out. But first, you have to work on your fundamentals before you go into actually marketing and pushing yourself out. If you're not even educated on the fundamentals, how are you going to push something out? So wait for Module 3. It's going to be some crazy game. Make sure you like, comment, sub. I don't sell a course. All I ask for is just take my genuine advice. This is what helped me get to the next level. You can do the same thing. So take care. Peace.